MoMo on the Move. Today, my special guest is someone who helped me get back on the move. I was having some car troubles last week. So, long story short, I got casted to be in Grey's Anatomy just as a background, but like still huge because it's like the longest running show ever.
Which is good.
Yeah. And, you know, they casted not only me, but my car too, my little Toyota Solera, my little Green Lantern. And so, you know, like they told me to call at 10 a.m. just to see if the call time were to change. So it did from 1 p.m. to noon. And so the call is all the way in Pasadena. I live all the way in SoCal. I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but it's an hour away. Just put that into consideration. So at 10 o'clock, they told me that it moved up an hour. So I'm like, great. All right, if I leave by 11, that's an hour. But, like, you know, you got to find parking. You don't know with traffic. It's a lot. So I was like, I leave my house at, like, 10:20. And then I look at my car, and my car has a flat tire. Like, of all days, of course. So I'm freaking out. I'm calling my roommate. He's like, call AAA. And I was like, I don't got AAA. He's like, set up an account. I'm like, that's going to take way too long. So then I called my friend Sterling, shout out, and he helped me change my tire, like, for the first time ever. Over the phone. Shout out Sterling, man. Over the phone, he told me exactly what to do. Which was annoying because I had to get down and dirty after I looked mad cute. Like, I'm trying to look. I just showered, put on my hair and makeup, and then they're like, yeah, Sterling's like, you can do this. Like, I've seen you do many things. This is one thing you have to know how to do, too. Like, I'm going to guide you through this whole thing. Like, you can do it in 25 to 30 minutes, and you're going to get there on time. And I was like, okay. So I'm sweating. My hands are black at this point. But I did the damn thing, and I changed my tire just in time. I made it to Grey's Anatomy. But then the next day, I had work, and I had to go to Burbank, which is also far from me. And I was like, I am not going. I already went to Pasadena and back with this little donut. There's no way I'm going to make it there and back to Burbank. So I go into this tire shop and find this lovely gentleman, brand new, who hooked it up with my brand new tires. I still gotta change one though, but
it's all good.
It's all good, man. He knew the struggle. Like, I gave him my little spiel. I was like, the whole Grey's Anatomy thing, and then I was like, but listen, I'm not trying to do this $400 ordeal because, like, a bitch is going to Hawaii next week. So help. So honestly, he was very informative. He gave me the 411. He gave me the best tires with the best mileage because the bitch be driving. He's like, how much you drive? Because you put some miles on your car since you got here to California. But in the mix of you know, getting to know each other and him hooking it up with the tires for the best price, for the best quality, and he changed all my tires in like what, 30 minutes really max.
Fast. My guys are fast. Shout out my guys.
Shout out his guys.
Those guys are fast. I love those guys.
Wow, by the time of the end of our conversation, like my car was ready, and I was like, oh shit, that shit was lit. Yeah. And he got me just in time. Like, they closed at 6, and I got there at like 5:45, maybe 5:50. Yeah,
those are the type of people we really hate, but it's all good.
Sorry.
I made a good friend out of it, so.
Exactly. Anyway, he is a fellow creative. That's why I invited him onto this show. He also has a podcast. I don't know if you want to shout that out.
Actually, podcast is dead now.
Oof.
But I do want to start one in the future. So definitely be on the look for that. If you guys are subscribed to me and you guys do watch me, there's a lot of things that you guys don't see that I do want you guys to see. So hopefully that can get started soon, within the next couple months. Hopefully. Really hopefully.
All right, Brandon. I did my little spiel. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you plan on doing.
All right, so my name is Brandon. I've been doing YouTube for about 4 years. Really started off in gaming, and then I made like a couple videos podcast-wise with like a couple like online game friends that I have made. I know those guys still watch my videos, so they still DM me, so shout out to those guys. But then I really started getting into vlogging, which really took over my life. Vlogged throughout high school. Like my 12th grade year, I vlogged most of that. After I graduated high school, like I went to college for a little bit, vlogged some of that, and then I dropped out, started working, and then if you guys have been following me along the journey since my first car, which my hatch, you guys have known like the struggle of everything that's been going on. But as of like the past, I don't know, maybe 8 months, YouTube's been really like the more thing I've been really focusing on, and I've been kind of using the money I've been making and trying to create something that I really dreamed about for the longest time. Never would I thought I'd been here. I used to play baseball in high school, and some of those guys would tell me like, "You will not be like, you won't get 100 subs, you won't get 500, you won't hit like certain milestones." And like I had, or I did hit those milestones, so it's like big fuck you to them. That's just me. But
I still need to hit those milestones.
yeah.
Too.
But it's been a long journey. But as of recently, it's just been my biggest thing. That's really what I focus on. I do work at a tire shop full time. Like I said, just using that money to really make a dream come true, which I feel like definitely can fall through. And one of my biggest things when I make my videos is to try to inspire others, which I do try to help others.
Hey.
That really take it seriously, because I met a lot of friends in high school that like tried to do it but never really felt through with it. And that's where I feel like I got to see that first. Like I got to see you really want it, and I can see that Monica here has. Or do you go by Monica?
I mean, you can call me MoMo, Monica,
okay.
Whatever you want.
I'll make sure your name's on the internet. Monica, she seemed really humble. I did see some of the videos like that she's been posting. And I was like, okay, maybe this girl's still worth it. Maybe I can try to boost it up a little bit. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my thing and see what I can do for her. But my main goal is to always inspire others. So that's what I feel like is always behind me. And I don't know, that's just who I am, I guess. I'm new to the car scene, so if you guys follow me because of my car, you guys know that I'm somewhat new, so I'm like learning my way. But it's a fun ride, definitely a fun ride.
Yeah, no, I respect that a lot, and I appreciate you, coming out and coming onto my podcast and talking about things like that. But why do you think like some of the people that you have encountered like fail, like don't continue
they're
the
not
journey?
I don't know, they see the idea of like being big, but they don't want to work hard to be big. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years. I think 4 years. I started back in 2015, like the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've really been seeing like people that want that success, but they don't want to work for it.
Yeah, it's not easy, man.
It's not easy.
It's a lot to keep up with, honestly. Sometimes I'm just like, damn, like keeping up, like even like a podcast a week, but people don't know the editing and
everything that goes behind it.
Yeah, the behind the scenes is a lot of work.
It's definitely a lot. There's some videos that I'm sitting on still that are like a month old. Like those videos I probably never will post. But I spent a lot of time just recording and some time into editing. It just takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time out of your day. And that's why I feel like a lot of people.
That's why I need to start getting paid for it, guys. Come on, help. But when I met Brandon, he also talked about being in the film industry, behind the camera. Because, he asked me, like, why I came out here to California, and as an actor, he's like, oh, shit, well, I'm into film. Like, what kind of acting school did you go to? Like, what kind of, maybe I could let him know, like, what he should go to. But, I mean, I was back in New York, but New York has a lot of good film academies. Yeah. That you should check out. I
definitely want to get into like filming, because one thing that inspired me when I wanted to do YouTube was a filmer called Justin Escalona, who is actually a good, somewhat person to me. We've had a few talks here and there, and he's a really cool guy, really humble. More like in person, he's really, really dope. But he's kind of made these these dope films, and I was like, damn, like this guy actually like puts in the work.
And who's this guy? Like, how'd you meet him?
I met him through giving him a skateboard. He tweeted out one day, he's like, yo, does anyone have a skateboard in like SoCal that they can let me borrow it? And I was like, I DM'd him, I reached out to him, and I was like,
and
yo.
This was through what? Like you just like lend skateboards?
No, like through Twitter. Like I had.
Oh, okay.
I had him, and then he tweeted that, and I ended up meeting with him. Had a cool talk with him and a couple of people there that I don't want to say no names for. I don't even think anybody knows that happened. Actually, I might have zero evidence of that ever happening, but I do have a picture of me having that board and him using that board in the video, which is dope.
I was about to say, if you don't have a picture, then it didn't happen.
But yeah, that's just seeing him and seeing like the stuff that he's produced has made me want to try to get into the film, and then having a car and kind of wanting to film around that. That's like two and two
So
together.
if you're into cars and you're into podcasts, well, Brandon is your guy. I will put his link to everything that he's connected to on my YouTube channel and all my listening platforms. So aside, like, you know, being a young creative, you know, like you're only 21, like you got a lot of time and experience and life to go through. Like, what's your goal, like, in this film aspect of things?
This is kind of dating back a couple years. My end goal was to like work or even be on like Fast and Furious.
Oh shit! And I'm trying to be like Michelle Rodriguez in that movie. Cast me.
Paul Walker has been like a huge inspiration in this whole car scene as well.
Yeah.
But the end goal, to be honest with you, is to just be happy and just in something that I wanted to do, like which is whether it be entertain people or be in movies, produce movies, or just anything really. Just being happy with, you know, living my actual lifestyle that I want compared to living the 9-to-5 people actually do.
Yeah, everyone wants to get paid doing what they love. Like,
exactly.
No one, like, personally, bartending's mad cool and whatnot, but I'm not trying to bartend forever. Like, I want to get paid by my movie that I made or that I starred in or that I helped produce. Like, I love collaborating with people like yourself and, you know, making something bigger, you know, that's gonna inspire people or influence people to do certain things that maybe they think they couldn't do, but, like, you know, some people just need to see others do it to believe that they can do it themselves.
Exactly. And there's one line, I forgot what rapper says it, but they said it's only a dream until it happens to you. Like, you can dream it and dream it, but if you just work hard and you do it, it's no longer a dream. Like, it's there, it's reality. That's what you're doing. So that's one quote I kind of love. I forgot who said that though.
That's bars.
I forgot who said that.
It's alright. Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna quote you. Oh yeah, of course we have to tell them about our MoMo Sips. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. So on every episode, you already know that we be sipping on something. So right now we have some Golden Road, a Cali favorite, right? It's like a...
This is pretty fire. It's something new that I've been trying. Mango cards.
This is what he brought onto the show today.
People say this is a girl's drink, but I think this is fire. I used to drink a lot of other things, like beer-wise. My favorite was Modelo, the basic shit, for a while.
I cannot drink that. I love IPAs.
Really?
Yeah. But this mango shit is popping.
Yeah, it's not bad. I dig it. I try to get it wherever I go, so
okay.
I fuck with that.
I fuck with Golden Road. I like their Wolf Pup. Wolf Among the Weeds.
Never had
that one's a good one.
Really?
But it's also because it's an IPA, and it gets me lit as fuck. It's like, I like hoppy, citrusy things. But, okay, so aside from, you know, the tire shop, the podcast, you said you've been doing it, what, for 4 years, right?
I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, yes.
Damn. Alright, I guess I got a long way to go.
It's been a long way.
I only started in March.
It's never going to be something that is overnight. Unless you know someone who's in the industry, then they can always push you up higher.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, but it's never an overnight thing. It takes a lot of time.
Rome wasn't built in a day,
Exactly.
Man. Damn.
Oh, I like that one. Rome wasn't built in a day.
It really wasn't, unfortunately. Fuck. Nah, I'm kidding. It's all about the journey and the process and trusting the process, no matter how much sometimes the process sucks. But anyway, as I was saying, you had a lot of life, man. Like, what else do you want to do aside from, like, you know, entertainment, film, and, like, do you have any other things you want to accomplish, like traveling? Like...
Yeah, so traveling is one. When I was little, I've always wanted to travel. I've never really had the opportunity to do it as of recent, but I have been like planning things out to go to certain places. Like I do want to go to Toronto.
Toronto is fucking dope.
I've never been there, but
the Six, and if you run into Drake, let me know.
Yeah, hopefully he gives me a shout out and I can actually go. No, I'm just kidding. But Toronto's somewhere I want to go. I want to go to Bali. I want to go to New York.
Hey.
I've never been there. I do want to go there. I was actually supposed to go there with one of my friends, which didn't fall through. It sucks, but I wish we did get to do that because that would have been dope.
I also think everything happens for a reason, so maybe that trip would have been like...
hell. Yeah.
But definitely make that trip out to New York soon, and if you do go, you know to hit up, because I can give you a whole itinerary for each borough.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah,
I'll definitely be going there soon.
I think you'd definitely love it, and I feel like you would get some great shots out there. Like if you were to record anything.
I'll record a lot of that.
You could record a journey of you like just traveling all over the place.
True. Yeah, I've always wanted to work on like stuff like that. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Sam Colder, which I might get roasted for this, but Sam Colder makes like travel videos and they're actually really sick. I think his editing and his producing level is like on a different scale, to where a lot of people try to copy that.
Do you know what equipment he uses? Like,
I've kind of searched it up. It's not really. I don't think it's really open, but I've done like more Google searches than anything. But his camera expenses are like out the roof.
Damn.
Like, it's thousands, and it's like I don't have thousands.
Yeah, you gotta work with what you got. I'm still on this iPhone 8 Plus shit.
And I've worked my way up. Like I started vlogging on my phone, then I got like a cheaper Sony camera, then I got like one higher than that. I'm trying to get another one, and then I want to go to Canon. So Canon is always the best. I'll give them that. Even though everyone shits on me for using Sony.
This is all information I need to know.
Yeah.
And on these trips, like, what do you plan on? Like, what do you want to get out of it?
I just want to be able to explore, like, just be able to see how other people live and how, like, their culture is, you know?
No, I totally agree. Just some people, when they go on vacation, they're really just all about the pictures.
Yeah.
Like the Instagram, something on the gram for these hoes.
Flexing
or, like, they just want to go to, like, the resort part of the area. Like, personally, me, like, I agree. Like, you want to assimilate. You want to learn how to assimilate to other people's cultures. And, like, honestly, coming back from, like, my travels, especially the backpacking in Europe situation. But yeah, you definitely learn a lot, and you learn to become more open-minded towards other individuals because you don't know what they're going through, you don't know what they've been through, and no. Also, like traveling and eating is like also mad fun. Like trying other foods. That's like my favorite thing. That's my favorite part.
I feel like that will be the favorite part. Like just going out somewhere else and just trying their food, and that's like, damn, like y'all eat this. And I know some show be like, what the fuck is that? But like I'm down to try it.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I'll try it.
Except for like meth and like heroin and shit. Nah, I know because my friend Alexa, she actually went to Peru and she was like eating guinea pigs and shit. And I was like, I don't know about that. But apparently it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, you never know.
So what's your next move? What are you working on? I know you said you have like a podcast coming up. Are we allowed to know like what the topic will be about?
That's more okay. So I guess explain a little bit. I do have a group of like really close friends who wanted to start a channel, which it then involved like a podcast situation.
Okay.
That I've been really close with, but outside of like that, I don't know. It's I'm just kind of living as I go. I'm kind of going as I go. Like I'm not really good at planning.
With the flow?
Yeah, I'm not really good at planning. That's why I probably haven't traveled. I'm not really good at planning. I can't be like, okay, on this day I'm gonna do this, and then on this day I'm gonna do that. I can't do that.
I mean, yeah, but like planning it that way can like stress you out because then sometimes like if things don't go as planned, you're like, fuck.
It's not right.
But what you need is like just like a basic outline, like a template of what you want to do, and you just cross that shit off. Like you don't necessarily have to do it this day, but like eventually throughout the trip it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I do plan. I think I DM'd you this. I do plan on having like a film come out, and when I hit 1,000, which is
I needed you to explain this more.
Really
soon. I
soon.
didn't understand what you said.
So I'm having like a film where it's basically gonna be like from start to where I'm at now, and what took me so long to get here, and like the road I took, and like the mental issues that it took to get here, like just everything in general.
Like a short film, like
like a really short film.
Okay.
Like that rough 4 years to get that 4-digit number. Like it's really, I don't know, it's gonna be dope. I feel like it's gonna be really cool.
And this is all gonna be uploaded onto YouTube?
Yes, so this will all be on YouTube. It's gonna be really short.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited to see that. That's awesome.
Hopefully I can do it really soon because I do want to name it 4 years to get to 4 numbers.
That's dope. I like that title. Yeah. That works.
So hopefully that happens really soon. I'm like really close, and
so like are you filming this yourself, or are you like having help?
No, I'm doing everything myself. Like everything from like when I started to like halfway through. Like it's gonna take me probably a couple months to make, but that's why I'm kind of preparing myself now.
And like, is this short film going to be like compilations of like shit that you've done throughout these 4 years?
Yes.
Or like I'm excited. This is a lot to put together.
It's going to be a compilation.
Shit. This is like a high school, college graduation.
Yes. It's like it's going to be a compilation of like what happened, and of course I'm going to be in the background talking just because I don't want
You're
to
going to
get
be like
lost.
the narrator. Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of filming, editing, and
if you need a soundtrack, I'm your girl.
Try to recreate like old memories and just trying to build everything up to where I'm at now, and it's really dope. I don't know, I feel like that.
Well, when you do finish and complete this, because you will.
Yeah.
Definitely let me know, and I will put the link on whatever I got, and I'll promote you on my social media.
Actually, I will send it to. When I do finish the whole thing, I'm gonna send it to like all my YouTube friends, just so they can see it and see it with their eyes, like from a YouTuber's perspective, and then I'm gonna release it to the public. So you'll be getting it first. You'll be one of the people getting it first.
Well, you heard it here first. I'm excited. That's dope. I want to do that, but like, we'll get there. I'm only on like what, the 6th month maybe. I'm only on season 2 of MoMo on the Move, but baby steps, man.
Yes.
That's great. Do you have any questions for me? Like, I know we just met. Like,
yeah. Actually, there's a lot of questions.
Oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
I don't know. How do you feel being in LA versus being in New York? Because I know it's similar but somewhat different. How?
That's always the question of the hour from a person from LA.
I feel like it's different.
I mean, like, I also have a podcast on this, just so you know. But it's actually with my roommate who is also from New York, but he calls himself a West Coast papi now. I'm like, all right. So he was advocating for LA while I was advocating for New York. But I mean, like, the number one thing that I have to say about like LA versus New York is like the weather is the biggest game changer, like, of all time. Like,
so our weather's better.
For sure. Honestly, I do like my seasons, but my God, I hate the cold. Like, I just really, like, winter sucks in New York.
Yeah.
Like, seasonal depression is a thing, people. Like, you don't want to go outside to work every day, like, in that weather when you have to, like, bundle up with, like, your fucking parka, and then, because you're in the city and I'm hopping from, like, place to place, and you don't want to go back home until the end of the day because, you know, you don't have the convenience of a car. I didn't have the convenience of a car because it's just easier to travel through train because you don't have to park and all that. But it's just like a lot. And then when you get on the subway after being outside in the freezing cold, you're sweating because you're surrounded by mad people and you have to take all your layers off. And it's
that's like, I feel like it's a big bitch.
But that's just like the winter. But like, damn. But like, Christmas in New York is like the best time of the year.
I've never seen snow. That's a fun fact.
That's honestly I don't know if I could do Christmas here because like I need to be.
I've never seen a thing of snow. I don't know what snow feels like.
I don't think I'll feel right if I'm like sweating at Christmas.
That's like the weirdest shit ever. I know it's weird. I do not ever. I've never seen snow. Not even fake snow.
And California has it all though. Like you just go north,
and that's where it's at. But I've never been north.
And you go like more inland. Yeah. There's deserts, and by the coast, all the beaches, and then down south.
That's the weirdest shit. Yeah, that is weird. That's true right there. But I've never seen not even fake snow. I've never as weird as that is.
You need to go to New York during Christmas time. Then it's gonna be beautiful. Go to Rockefeller.
I was supposed to go during December with my friend Alexa. So, but hopefully soon I can go again.
I already bought my ticket to New York for December. So stay tuned from December 18th to January 2nd. I'm gonna be there for the holidays. Yeah. Catch me in New York. I'm definitely gonna have some holiday specials as well. But yeah, California, biggest thing is weather. But honestly, the people, the food, and the convenience is definitely like a big thing in New York. Like the 24-hour delis, the people are more authentic, and then the food, I miss my Caribbean food, like Dominican food, mango especially, because they don't got that shit here. It's more Central American and like, like Mexican here, as opposed to like the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans that like I'm used to over there.
Damn, what the?
Even Colombians, I don't really see that many out here, and like I have a lot of Colombian friends back home, so it's just like It's not a bad thing. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's like I'm more like connecting with my Salvadorian side that I haven't really been in touch with.
Yeah.
Because like I've been more in touch with my Dominican side because that's really what I'm surrounded by over there. Mm. Yeah. But LA's fucking cool.
I hate LA. I can vouch for this. I hate LA. I've been here for 21 years, and I hate it. I was actually gonna make a clothing brand. Believe it or not, I was, which I still want to work on. Eventually, I release it. I don't have a proper name yet, but on the back it was like a picture of LA's traffic, and then the top was like "I hate LA" in quotation marks, and then it was like a little quote on the bottom, which I kind of forgot. But yeah, that was gonna be like my first job. Because I hate it here. Traffic here sucks. The people here suck. Everyone's here is rude. Like, I hate...
New York is rude too, but...
There's some rude-ass people here that's like, bro, really? Like, you're an asshole. Like, I went to Hawaii, and, like, everyone there is nice as shit.
Guys, I'm going next week. I'm so excited.
Everyone there is, like, nice. Like, everyone's chill. Like...
Yeah, I met this guy the other day who was ready to give me his card.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, I'm from Hawaii. My car is there. You guys are going next week? You can use my car.
Yeah, people there are really cool. Like, I know a girl from Hawaii she's really chill. Like, dope shit person. Like, why are there not people like you here? Yeah, like,
that's exactly what that guy said. He was like, oh, I loved Hawaii so much. I didn't want to leave. And, like, I was honestly kind of dreading coming back to LA just because, like, the people are just not the people in Hawaii. And I'm like, yo, people really make a difference. Like, those are the people you're going to be dealing with all day.
Exactly. And you got to see them every day, but you got to deal with that people every day. That's what I hate. That's why I hate LA. I don't know.
Here it's like I kind of have to weed out the fake people. Like, I've found some really good people, though. Like, I've been blessed with some great friends out here and my family that I have out here. But, like, I can see, being from New York especially, I could see the bullshit quicker than most people can here. Because people are like, oh. And I'm like, sometimes I play dumb and I'm like, yeah, I'll be friendly, yes. But, like, I know a fake bitch from a real bitch. And I'm like... I can't tell you everything.
Yeah,
there's some people like I have to like filter because they ain't ready.
There's some fake people here, which is why again I hate it because I do miss Hawaii. Just the people there in general are just better.
And you were just there visiting, right?
I was there just visiting, like on vacation after high school. So like I was like fresh meat, and everyone there was just nice.
You going off on adventures and traveling is going to be such a great experience for you, and I think you should really get on that, like, as soon as possible.
Definitely.
Especially, like, right now in your 20s, like, while you're young. Like, my mom's always like, oh my God, save your money, do it when you're, like, 40, and I'm like, I don't want to be traveling like that when I'm 40. Like, this backpacking adventure, you think I'm going to carry a backpack around like that when I'm 40? Like, my knees hurt.
I'm a grandpa now. Like, I don't like staying out late. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I stay out really late. But if I were to do that backpack trip, no, I'll be too tired.
Yeah. After that, me and my friend were like, next time we come back to Europe, we going bougie. Someone's picking us up from the airport, taking us to our hotel or mansion, because hopefully we got money by then.
Damn.
But I'm going to manifest that shit, you know? Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Yes. I don't think I've ever asked you this. What got you into, like, doing this? Like,
the podcast?
Yes, doing everything. Just doing YouTube in general.
Well, YouTube... I mean, I started YouTubing, but, like, not seriously. Like, me and my cousins used to make music videos and upload it. Like, we would just, like, dance and, like, sing along to, like... We would lip sync to, like, other songs. Yeah. You know, all kids did that, I feel like.
I did that. Those videos are gone.
Those
are long
Those are gold, though. And then, like, honestly, getting into the whole entertainment industry, I always love to entertain people. Like, I like to make people laugh. I like to make people feel good. You know, like, I like to make them feel something. You know, like, I like to get a reaction. But the podcasting situation happened after I got invited to be on a podcast. Like, I mean, but before I've always been told that I have, like, a radio voice, like, I have a radio personality. Like,
yeah, you seem really natural to this. Like I said, this is really, like, you seem like you've been doing this forever.
No.
Like, this is new to me.
Yeah, I just, like, I'm a people person, and I like to fucking talk, and I can talk to a fucking wall. Like,
I can't.
Like, I be talking. And, I mean, I just feel like I go through these crazy situations that, like, not many people go through. And they're just like, I just have stories for days. So, I can relate to certain people, like, people that you wouldn't even think I can relate to just because I've been through similar aspects. Because my crowd is very mixy. Like, in high school, I was an athlete, AP student, and then, like, I worked, and then I joined theater. So, like, I had, like, theater kids that I was friends with, but then, like, I was friends with, like, the jocks, and then, like, I was friends with the nerds, because, like, I was taking all the APs, too. I was a nerd. I was, like, so, like, going to college, I just, like, found so many different people, and being in a sorority was just, like, whatever. And then this podcast thing, I got invited to my friend's podcast, Rizzo on the Move. He actually, he was like, Monica, you need to be on my podcast. Like, I want you to be my co-host. Like, because he just invited me after, like, we met each other after working for an app called Was Here. Was Here ain't here anymore. That shit was gone. But it was here. But, we met there, and he's like, yo, you're mad cool. Like, you want to come on my podcast someday? And I was like, sure. And he's like, yeah, you could talk about, like, because this was, like, before I went backpacking. He's like, what do you plan on doing? And blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're an actor, too? Cool. Like, I'm going to put you... I want people who are on the move. And I was like, oh, my God. And then he was like, yo, you should start your own podcast, seriously. And I was like, yeah, you know, when I get my own place. And then I never had my own place to do it at. And then I was like, when I was in New York, I was like, I'll do it when I move to California. And then, like, when I got to California, I was staying with my uncle and my aunt. And I was like, I'll do it when I get my own place. And then I met... My first or second week, I met Sterling, the guy who changed my car, and my friend Philly and whatever. And Philly's he's big into YouTube and, like, producing his own shit. He has his own film production company.
Nice.
Yeah, he's only 21 too. Like, what's in the 21 water, bro? Like, y'all be killing it. And then Sterling's like, you could use my place. Like, Monica, you should start your podcast. Like, you need to start a podcast. And I was like, all right, like, I guess I have no excuse. He's like, you could just use your phone and get some lavalier mics. Like, I still have not upgraded my equipment. And yeah, I was like, all right, I guess I'll record on my computer and I'll do the footage on my camera. Like, I use what I got. And now I just got a ring light, so now this shit looks good.
Like, hella lighting.
Hella light. I'm, like, going blind, honestly.
That shit is bright. That's why I'm trying not to, like, look that way so much. But that's just looking bright.
But yeah, everyone was just like, I just had a lot of people saying, like, you should do this, and you have the personality, you have the stories, you have the people, so what are you waiting for? And I was like, I guess you're right. And then my friend, like, pushed me to do it, and then I guess, like, I didn't know what to call it, so I was like, I'm literally always on the move, and, like, my nickname, they call me Momo, so I'm just like, so I had to be like, Rizzo, like, is it cool, like, if I take this name? And he's like, dude, I've been waiting for you to ask me. He's like, of course you can take it. Like, it fits you perfectly. Like, I think, because, like, he has this brand that he works with his friends called Movers. And they're super cool people. They're, like, working on films. They just have a whole bunch of, like, movers on their team. And, you know, they asked me to be a mover one time. But, like, I was just like, I'm going to California. Because they're based in Long Island and New York. But they plan on coming out here, and hopefully I can put them on my podcast. I had Rizzo on my podcast, but, like, through, like, video chat, like, it wasn't live. But yeah, that's how it all started.
Yeah, that's definitely a different story.
Yeah.
It was just more like, I seen someone and I wanted to do it. You actually have, like, the people around you that are, like, really into it. And I
have a huge support team, and not like many people that are my friends, like, are in the entertainment field. They're, like, my friends are all over the place. One's trying to be a doctor, one's a graphic designer, one's in marketing, and, like, that's why I kind of got distracted in New York. Like, I had a lot of people that were doing what I was doing, but, like, I had a lot of other people that I hung out with more that weren't, so I was distracted and I wasn't focused out there. That's why I came out to LA, to kind of, like, I needed to change a pace, and I needed to refocus, and I needed to get away from the distractions. Yeah. But then I came here and made friends, and I'm like, fuck, I'm still distracted. But I'm definitely more focused now that I have my own place, my own apartment. Yeah. Like, I can come home to nobody, which is, like,
amazing. It has to be amazing.
Fucking awesome.
Must be amazing.
But, like, I'm a person that, like, I like to talk to people, so I be FaceTiming all the time, but, like, still, like, I can escape. Like, my room, I just like finished decorating it officially. Like I got some tweaks to it, but like my shelves are up, my projector's up, my bed's bomb, my closet's great, and it's like it's like your own sanctuary. It's like it's awesome.
You just come home to whatever you want.
Exactly.
No rules, just you.
No rules, Dad. But yeah, I think I can give you one more question if you have one. Because, you know, I can go on and on.
Yeah. Actually don't have any more questions.
All right. I think I asked you all of my questions. But thank you, Brandon, for coming onto my podcast on Momo on the Move. I learned a lot about you that I didn't know, and I'm definitely excited for this little short film that you're working on. Yes. And I hope to see you doing big things and traveling all over the world. And now I got you on Instagram, so I'm a stay tuned and be updated on everything that you do. But I hope to collaborate in the future.
Yes.
Maybe you'll see this duo again.
Hopefully. Maybe.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, that concludes this episode, and I'll catch you next time on MoMo on the Move. Peace.